Well, after screwing around with this dumbass cotter pin for a half hour, the only way sometimes you can get them out is by leverage. And the only way you can get leverage is by having all this crap out of your way. So, as I promised, if I do anything really to Greenie, we're going to make a video of it. So this is a dumbass video of me taking this side of the bike apart just so I can get the cotter pin out. So I can put it all back together again just so I can drop the belly pin. So, we begin. Some of you guys might remember when I put some training fluid into the bike a long time ago. And last week or so I've had it on the stand, on the side stand instead of the rear stand. And imagine that the training seal blew. Never seen that happen on a Harley. But I was expecting that. I wanted to put the fluid in so we can see what we got, because sometimes fluid gets in areas where we can't see. So when I drain it, whatever's left, I get to see whatever comes out. So it just gives me another way of inspecting the transmission to decide whether I want to pull the thing apart or not. If I pull the training apart on Greenie, the motor's coming down, all the way down. So that way when it goes back together, it'll all be bright and sealed and clean. If you noticed at the bottom, we got a bunch of oil down there. So our cases are leaking on the bottom real common. Because the sealer gets old. That's what she looks like inside. Still got the original cork gaskets and all that. Now some of you are going, why do you have to do that? Well, I got to undo this adjuster screw, loosen this up, pull that off. It's just a little process. Nothing I wouldn't have to do anyhow, but the big pain in the ass is having to do it now just to get the cotter pin out. And why am I doing that? Because I don't want to mess up my paint and my chrome. That's why. That's the only reason why. See? Well, that slides forward. Now since it slides forward, there's a nut here, there, and you can undo that and spin this around and take this through this slot out. So since this whole thing's going to come off, I'll just leave that and take it out as a unit. It'll flop around a little bit, but that's what they do. So, hopefully I have all the tools necessary and won't have to run off camera to go get something. But typical me, probably forgot something. We'll see. Yeah, I might need an extension. Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta run and get an extension. Okay, so we have extension here, and we got to pull the kickstand and the rocker clutch off, and this piece off here, and the bottom here. So before we do that, we want to pull our floorboard. So any of you guys riding this old stuff, for whatever reason, one of the most common loosening up piece is this bottom nut on the bottom of this floorboard on the other side. They always loosen up. You always gotta check them, or you lose your nut. When the thing wobbles in the hole, wears everything out, and it's never right. So every 500 miles or so, take your 9/16 wrench and tighten that up. 500 miles? Well, if you don't want a wrench on your bike, go buy a push button. These bikes require a lot of maintenance. They're not a new machine, and they were high maintenance, and they were new. Think of a pretty woman. It's high maintenance. You want a low maintenance bike, get an ugly woman, or a brand new motorcycle. Pretty women are pretty because they try to be, and they want to be, and it takes time and money. And these are pretty motorcycles, and they take time and money. Off of there. After we drop this belly pan, I'm just going to put all this stuff back together because I really don't want to disassemble this bike until I get over to the new shop. We're just going to clean it up a little bit, not very much, and reassemble everything. But we're doing all this pin and butt stuff just to drop that belly pan. That's the only reason. Now's the time when I'm doing all this documentation stuff. I'm just doing them all in a row. Well, likewise, we never had them. They never come with one in that hole. You ever wonder why this little slot is here? This is why. That way you can get your kickstand on and off. Look how nice that kickstand is. These are almost always all worn out. They're just toast. We'll just leave this here for now. dirt on it. I pulled a bunch of these apart, and that's the first one I've seen with a 5/16 bolt on the bottom. It's just got a bunch of dirt on it. That's what go on. We'll get to the bottom of that in a minute. See, we just got a dirt problem. So hard on there, I couldn't tell it was dirt on there. And that was no light. Slack like that. Off she goes. I'm going to clean up this minimum before I reassemble. And all I did is I need to get into here. I have to pull that number starter pin. Stick that right up there. Trying to determine what's the best angle to get in there. Here's the thing. Case and paint. Pull this thing down here. Worst case comes to worst, and I have to clean it out. I gotta break off the side. going to shut the video off here because I'm going to be screwing around with this for about the next half hour or longer. It's really stuck. But if I have to pull this generator out, I'm going to restart the video and you can watch me pull the generator out. Yeah, I might have to do that. This is the worst cotter pin stuck of this bolt that I've ever dealt with. It's never been out and they really tweaked it when I put it in. That makes it very hard to pull out. So remember that when you put your cotter pin in, the more tweak you have, the harder it's going to be for you to pull it out. And one day you'll have to. See you guys in the next video.